What's good, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's been about 2 weeks, 2 weeks and a half. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Now, listen, the race yesterday was actually a pretty good race. I actually did enjoy the race when I did watch it. Shout out to Lando Norris winning. Back in first place of the driver standings. So it's gonna be him and Oscar. Max is still in there, but listen, very very excited to see that Lando's back in. Got about 4 races left. This is probably gonna be a very very great ending this F1 season. I mean, the ups and downs of the season, everybody thought it's been straight McLaren, but then Verstappen in the last few races has been winning. So, still a chance for Max. I don't think Max is going to do it, which I feel like I flip-flop every week after every race. There's times I feel like Max is going to win it, or has a chance. But then I'm like, nah, ain't no way. But today, we are going to check out 2026 in F1 and just every F1's team's 2026 chances explained in 12 minutes. Also, Ollie Bearman. Shout out to Ollie Bearman. Very great performance from him. Shout out to what the F1 explained. All could go, so make sure you guys do check them out. Boys and girls, very good to be back. Very great to be back. Let's start it. I don't like waiting. Let's just start. Don't forget to like the video and sub as well as always. Let's go.
Formula One's biggest reset in decades is coming in 2026. Cars will be shorter, lighter, more nimble, with active aerodynamics and nearly half their power coming from electric motors. In other words, the whole chessboard is being flipped. Flipped. And when the lights go out, some teams will soar, while others could be left in the gravel. So let's break it down, team by team.
Okay.
The 2026 Formula One reset. Who's hot, who's not, and who might shock the world.
How bad is
The
it
reset explained. So what's actually changing in 2026? In short, Formula One cars are about to feel, sound, and race differently than anything fans have ever seen.
Now, I've seen some good parts of this, but I've seen a lot of bad parts of this. Obviously it's going from what? So the front wing, I guess, going from what? The front rear, the front of the car is going from what? 2,000 meters to 1,900 meters. So it's 100-meter difference. I'm not sure how big that's going to be. Obviously, if we get into the specs and the specifics of it, I would assume maybe the aerodynamics and like you said, how the car sounds, how it moves and all. But let's just keep going.
They'll lose about 30% of their downforce, that invisible push that glues them to the track in corners, and about 55% of their drag, which is the air resistance that slows them down on straights. Put simply, less grip when turning, but way higher top speeds.
That's interesting.
And that's by design. The FIA wants cars that race closer, look sleeker, and rely less on turbulent air. In 2026, slipstreaming will be back in style.
Okay.
Think 1980s turbo drama, with 2030s tech. To balance it all, Formula One is introducing active aerodynamics. Picture a car whose wings literally change shape, depending on the moment.
I mean, that's pretty cool, I
In
guess.
Z mode, the wings tilt up for maximum grip in corners. Flick it to X mode, and they flatten out for raw, straight-line speed. It's the closest thing to a legal Mario Kart Turbo button.
Mode.
Drivers will have to think more too. Managing energy deployment, region braking, and aero settings on the fly. Every straight, every braking zone becomes a strategy call. Then there's the power unit. Each car will get a 350 kilowatt electric motor, supplying almost half the total power. That's like dropping the guts of a Tesla Plaid into a 200-mile-an-hour rocket. Combine that with a combustion engine, all running on 100% sustainable fuel, and you've got the most radical power shift since 2014. 6 manufacturers are confirmed: Ferrari, Mercedes, Honda, Audi, Ford with Red Bull, and Cadillac with Andretti. Some already smell blood. McLaren, the heavy favourites. McLaren are the benchmark.
Yeah, top tier.
In 2025, they've dominated, 11 wins from 14 races, with Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris battling each other for glory. It's wild to think that just 2 years earlier, they were fighting to escape the midfield.
Hey, that's that growth.
Andrea Stella's leadership, the new wind tunnel, and an overhauled factory turned Woking into a winning machine. But McLaren still run Mercedes customer engines. They buy, not build. Works teams like Ferrari or Mercedes usually have the edge because they design car and engine as one system. If Mercedes deliver a rocket hybrid, McLaren ride the wave. If not, they risk being dragged right back into the pack.
So I guess you can kind of see how maybe Mercedes and Ferrari may have a advantage for next year potentially because this is all in one system. You know, when McLaren had to go outside the box for like their engines. I will say though, like every turn, so you tell me every turn, like every just small aspect of a race is gonna be micromanaged. Like we already see that now, especially yesterday with like the whole like decisions we were seeing, like cars coming to pits, like cars flipping, positions. Is it maybe getting a too micromanagement? To me, a tad bit, if that's what it's gonna be for next year. Like I still do want to see them just go out there and just race, but still have like the decisions, like what to do in this, what to do in that. But if we're gonna just micromanage every single thing, I mean, it's gonna be more like analytical compared to like actual just feel and race. Now I deal with the analytics, big numbers guy, but still though, like, like I'm not trying to see every little thing get micromanaged,
And let's not forget Norris versus Piastri. They've already collided in Canada. 2 hungry young lions, 1 championship car. Expect fireworks. Because make no mistake, the only thing faster than a McLaren right now might be their own internal rivalry.
Yeah, facts.
Mercedes, the reset kings post Hamilton, George Russell leads the charge, joined by teenage prodigy Kimi Antonelli. They've already scored double podiums in Montreal and look steadier after years of bouncing through porpoising hell.
Well,
and if there's one thing Mercedes do best, it's a reset.
That's true, though.
In 2014, they owned the turbo hybrid era. And now they're back to building their own power unit at Brixworth, rumoured to have a revolutionary, lightweight MGU-K system for faster energy recovery. Add Russell's prime and Antonelli's raw pace, and Mercedes are one clever chassis away from toppling McLaren.
Imagine
Russell's calm consistency, Antonelli's fearless youth. It's Hamilton-Rosberg 2.0 waiting to explode.
Ooh.
Ferrari, glory, or heartbreak.
Ferrari
shocked the world by signing Lewis Hamilton. But 2025 has been rough. No wins, reliability meltdowns, and Charles Leclerc generally outpacing Lewis. Their one highlight? Hamilton winning the Shanghai Sprint before being disqualified. Ouch! The good news, Ferrari are all in for 2026. Their new power unit is already dyno tested, and they'll also supply Cadillac. Fred Vasseur's leadership has brought structure to Maranello, but Ferrari's challenge isn't just technical, it's cultural.
Yeah,
strategy calls, reliability, pressure from home.
I feel like we say it every time with Ferrari. It's going to be at least some year. Like, you tell me they were doing the same bad calls with Schumacher? With Nigel Mansell and them? I mean, Kimi Räikkönen, like, Ferrari, come on. I'm asking. Listen, we may not win this year. I'm saying we, I actually like Ferrari. They may not win this year. And that's not okay. Especially, like he said, the pressure from home. Like, how big, like, Ferrari is Italy. Like, Italy is Ferrari. Well, obviously, Ferrari is from Italy, but, like, the culture dominance Ferrari has, I mean, come on, bro. Like, pressure adds up. Now, at some point, you would think you have one of the best drivers of all time in Lewis Hamilton and one of the best consistent drivers in Charles Leclerc. I think everybody was expecting at least a win. But, I mean, to not have any, I mean,
they've got the most glamorous lineup in years.
I mean,
Hamilton and Leclerc. 2 alphas, 1 dream. If Ferrari finally get it right, they could set Italy on fire.
But they are still in charge to come in second.
2026 could be heartbreak in high definition.
So, hopefully.
Red Bull. Dynasty in turmoil. Just 2 years ago, Red Bull were untouchable. Now, 4th in the standings. Max Verstappen still wins through pure brilliance. Japan, Imola, but the empire is wobbling. Horner's gone. Adrian Newey defected to Aston Martin. Their wind tunnel is outdated, and 2026 brings a brand new Ford power unit, already rumoured to be behind schedule.
Oh,
This is the
jeez.
project Red Bull Powertrains was built for. If it fails, they're stuck.
Yeah,
No fallback, no customer engine, no excuses.
they're screwed.
Even Verstappen's future isn't ironclad. He's contracted until 2028. But those performance clauses, let's just say, if things go south, he might not stick around. Could 2026 be the first season since
I
2020
don't
that
think
Red
so.
Bull don't win a race? Buckle up. Aston
Imagine
Martin,
no win.
the ultimate
for
gamble.
Red Bull. I'm
This
so
is the
used to
fairy tale
winning.
candidate. Aston Martin poached Adrian Newey, the architect of modern F1 dominance, and engine guru Andy Cowell from
Yeah.
Mercedes.
Just look at him. He looks like he
Add a
knows his
full works
shit.
Honda deal with in-house gearbox and suspension, and you've got one of the most ambitious rebuilds on the grid. Fernando Alonso's still razor sharp, chasing that one last title shot.
I don't think it's going to
But
happen.
Aston basically wrote off 2025 to bet everything on 2026. If Newey nails active aero, Aston could pull a Brawn GP 2009,
Imagine.
midfield to champions overnight.
Imagine.
But if the concept flops, there'll be just another green blur in the mirrors. It's all in. No plan B. Alpine, lost at
That
sea.
means Lance Stroll would have to have some
2025 has been
wins.
brutal.
Yeah, ain't gonna
Last in
happen.
the standings, 20 points total. Gasly dragging them along while rookies Duhan and Colapinto struggle. Flavio Briatore's back in the mix. Leadership chaos continues, and
Yeah,
Renault's
somebody
pulling
left
out
for
of
them,
the
right?
engine game. From 2026,
Didn't like their principal
Alpine
leave?
become a Mercedes customer, which could help focus on chassis and aero. But history says resets aren't their thing. Fans remember Alonso's glory days. Now it's just heartbreak. Unless leadership stabilizes, Alpine could fade further into the fog. Audi kick Sauber.
I'm so
The
excited
rising
to see.
story.
I'm so excited to see Audi.
From 10th
bro.
in 2024 to podiums in 2025, Kick Sauber's revival is real.
Yeah.
Nico Hülkenberg finally scored a Silverstone podium after 239 starts, joined by rookie Gabriel Bortoleto. 2026 is their real launch. Audi arrives with its own engine,
Yeah, they turned to
ex-Red
Audi.
Bull exec Jonathan Wheatley running the show, and major investment flowing into Hinwil.
And
Audi have the discipline, budget, and heritage. Remember, this is the brand that dominated Le Mans and Rally. If their first F1 engine hits, Audi could be the dark horse that sneaks into the top 5. Or higher. Williams. Rising from the ashes.
If Audi does do everything well, who says they can't be the best, middle of the pack teams? Like, compared to like Alpine, Aston Martin, Red Bull Castrol. But I think Audi and Aston Martin for next year are gonna be very, very interesting. Like I said with Aston Martin, you got Adrian Newey. You basically just tank this year to get ready for next year. And depending on how next year goes, they could be a factor. Also you got Audi, coming into the mix. I'm high on those two. I don't know why. I have to make like a video probably talking about it, but man, very, very excited for those two.
Williams are the comeback story nobody
I do
saw
like
coming.
Williams though.
James Vowles has rebuilt the team from the ground up. Culture, staffing, and belief. Alex Albon drives like a man possessed. Carlos Sainz joined for stability. By mid-2025, they've nearly matched 7 seasons' worth of points. With Mercedes' power and tight budgets, they won't win titles. But they could return to the podium, something fans have waited a decade to see. They've got hunger, humility, and data smarts, the ingredients of every great F1 revival, and for the first time since Mansell, Hill, and Villeneuve. Grove believes again.
That's good.
Haas and
them to be
Racing
good.
Bulls, chaos and consistency. New lineup for Haas, Esteban Ocon and rookie Ollie Behrman. Solid, not spectacular. Haas stay loyal to
Ollie
Ferrari
was good
engines.
yesterday.
If Maranello build a monster,
Ocon's
Haas
been
could
better,
grab
though.
scraps of glory. If not, they'll stay mid-pack fighters. Racing Bulls, still Red Bull's chaotic little brother. Driver swaps, DNFs, flashes of magic. Like Monaco, where Lawson's defence gifted Hadjar points. They'll share Red Bull's Ford engine in 2026, meaning their fate depends entirely on big brother Milton Keynes. Still a testing ground,
Damn.
not a title threat.
Hold on, so if Red Bull is trash next year, dude, how bad is RB Cash Out gonna be? Because they are showing like their engine basically. How awful. Damn. So you basically banned on your
Cadillac
whole
slash
season
Andretti, the American
to
dream.
be on freaking Red
Finally,
Bull.
the newcomers.
Mm.
Andretti Cadillac join in 2026 with Ferrari engines, a global base spanning Indiana, Charlotte, and Silverstone, and experienced drivers Bottas and Perez. It's the first true American works team in decades, but getting here was a war. The FIA approved them. Formula One management resisted. Now all eyes are watching to see if they can actually survive.
Hopefully so, man.
Starting fresh in F1 is brutal.
Hopefully so.
Just ask Haas. But Cadillac's manufacturer muscle and Andretti's racing pedigree give them a fighting chance. For US fans, it's hope on four wheels. Because for the first time since the 1980s, the stars and stripes might be more than just a
we
sponsor
may
decal.
have like an actual team we can
The
go
winners,
with.
losers, and wildcards. So who's best placed for 2026? McLaren are the clear
McLaren.
favourites, with Mercedes lurking ready to strike. Ferrari are the ultimate wildcards, either glorious or catastrophic. Red Bull look shaky, their dynasty under pressure. Aston Martin are the gamblers,
Hopefully.
one genius design away from rewriting history. And in the shadows, Audi and Williams wait, ready to pounce when chaos hits.
Hopefully, bro.
2026 isn't just another
Hopefully.
season. It's a full reset, a chance for the brave to rise and the mighty to fall. Because in Formula One, change doesn't just rewrite the rulebook, it rewrites legends. Which team do you think comes out on top? Drop your prediction in the comments.
Oh, I feel like it's still too early. But if I do like an early prediction, I'll probably still say McLaren. We've seen with like Red Bull teams who win, they stay up there. Seems like Ferrari, Mercedes back then. Like, I think it's McLaren's time right now. I think it's still like their time frame to just win. Back-to-back constructors. Like, this is their chance to win. And, for them to potentially have a chance to win a driver's championship as well. I mean, you have to keep your pedal on the track. You gotta keep going. But knowing McLaren, it's gonna be another incident between Lando and Oscar. But hopefully, these last couple of races, they just let them race. Also, it's gonna be like strategy that implements into it, because you get adding like back qualifying and stuff like that. Like somebody just starting off the race slow, which I think a lot of people thought Lando was going to do yesterday, which didn't happen. But you guys let me know in the comments down below. How you guys feeling about 2026 rules? I'm excited because it's something new, but sometimes new isn't always great. Don't forget to like the video, sub as well as always. Take care. See y'all soon. Peace.